that was one thing that attracted me to you, is how your son, you get him involved and you ask questions. There's one video of him with the hammer. What does it mean to you? And I love that shit. I absolutely love that. So what does dad life mean to you? Let's start with that. Totally different than this baseball world. What does dad life mean to you, and how important is that your son Daniel Jr. is incorporated into everything you do, work and business wise?
Dad life is everything. And I don't mean that as that's not just a soundbite. Like it truly
Yeah,
is. I tell my wife in private moments, I'm like, I was born to be a dad. Like I
yeah.
didn't know that until I was a dad. I was born for this. Um, Being adopted, I think there's a something that's still novel to me is to see someone here that's part of my flesh and blood. That's not something that I grew up with.
Yeah.
And to see someone who looks like me, who has inclinations sometimes that are similar to me, that's so cool. And I just stare at him. I'm like, wow, like as an adopted kid, you grow up, you don't have your father's eyes or your mother's nose or whatever. These are things that you don't have. And to finally it just arrived one day, well, this is incredible. And I just look at him and just in awe, like you're part of me. That's incredible. And I think that really helped inform me as a father. And my parents, they both have passed, but they were fantastic people. They were um, they took in almost 70 foster kids throughout a couple decades, and that was just one of that wasn't just the only legacy they had. They were givers and servers their whole entire lives, and quietly so. And so seeing the way they poured into not just their own lives but the lives of others really informed how I wanted to not only be a parent but live a life, and it helped inform how I want my legacy to be. And it's our responsibility. It's my responsibility. My wife and I are on the same page in this way. It's kind of our generational responsibility. It's like here's what our parents did to set us up to this point. Now it's on us to have our kids do better than we did, to learn more, to be more confident, to all those things that we didn't have. Let's fill in those gaps and then some, and having him, Daniel Jr., be a part of this journey is so important to me. And I hope his teacher isn't listening, but we pulled him out of school so he can go to some of these events. We took him out of school so he can go to see Jim Palmer and Jose Canseco when we were doing our signings with them, and we went to the Hall of Fame, and Tony Oliva braided his long hair. Hopefully have enough of these moments that are not particularly meaningful to him right now. May they be like little sentimental ticking time bombs in their minds, that when they get older, like,
They will all be meaningful. They will
yeah,
all be meaningful, Daniel.
yeah, exactly. That these can be these moments that are meaningful to him. That it's been so intentional for me to create these moments for him, and have him be a part of all of this, and so he can have that time to look back. And I want him to want me to drive him to school when he's 16, and to do all these things and go camping with me when he's a boy, and just investing in him as a whole complete person.
I love that. I love that. I love that you get a few things that a lot of dads don't understand. Is one is you could give every gift in the world to a child, and them as a child looking at that gift, they don't really care about that gift. They're looking at that gift as daddy recognizes something I did, or daddy is awarding me for something. That's what they appreciate. That's what they will remember. Those gifts will play with for 5-10 minutes or a day or two, and they'll forget about it. So I've always been, from day one, building memories, doing road trips. Me and my son, my family, we do every single year. We do a ballpark. We do a road trip to a ballpark. And last year we did Chicago. This year, like, we do a ballpark every year, and we make that into a road trip. It's You build these memories that one day when you're gone, they're always going to be here. Like, my dad worked 30 years Ford Motors on assembly line, 2 weeks day, 2 weeks night, 2 weeks a month. I want to see my dad. But
Mhm.
what he would do is he would gather all his holidays, book them in for 1 month in the summer. We'd pick up in the car, we'd load the car to the max
Mhm.
and drive from Toronto, Canada to Cape Cod. He would rent a little cottage on the beach, and we'd spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks on the beach. And those memories,
Mhm.
nothing else matters. Those are the things you remember. Those car rides, those stopping at those carpet, like those are the things you remember as an adult. And those are the things I'm trying to build with my family now. That one day when I'm not around, they could have those memories. And that's one thing you're doing. Another thing too is